It's an awning, it's a giant solar panel, and it's also a world first. They call it the Luxury Flexible Solar Awning, and we're going to check it out. The future is here. I'm with Rod Francis from Australian RV. Australian RV is the exclusive distributor of this product here in Australia. So Rod, on a good day with lots of sun, what sort of output can we expect from the solar awning?
Most caravans, the maximum they can get is around about 600 watts of solar, which is not quite enough to obviously run air conditioners and all your fridges, TVs, lights and that sort of thing. So with the solar awning, 1100 watts will run everything. Basically off-grid, you're self-sufficient. This is the world's first rollout flexible solar panel in the world. It's been released in Australia. We started this year in March. We've been doing exclusive testing all the way through, and we've made quite a lot of changes, but now it's actually here. The stock is here and it's up for sale. The unit's been in development for around about 6 years. We've been waiting. We've done extensive work in the last year with them, increasing widths, lengths and voltages, also the lighting, changing it to orange as well for the mozzies.
So it does actually come with the anti-insect lights?
So it comes with the normal white light, it comes with cool white, and then it also comes in an orange, which is very handy when you've got a lot of mozzies and bugs around at night.
So in terms of dimensions, it comes 2.3 metres out of the caravan, so that's a decent amount of shade or protection from the elements. In terms of lengths, you've got 12 and 16 foot available at the moment.
That's correct, 12 and 16 foot at the moment, and then next year we'll start moving into the different sizes. But the 12 foot seems to be very popular on the small off-grid vans, and the 16 foot very much for the 18, 19 foot off-grid vans as well. But hopefully we'll go up to about 19 feet for the bigger vans and motorhomes.
So what is the weight, Rod, and how does it compare to a more traditional awning?
The 16 foot awning is around the 70 kilos, which is obviously heavier than the normal awning, but then you've also got to take off if you have that much solar on the roof. So it's just slightly heavier in the end if you take off the panels off the roof.
And the 12 foot awning, I'm guessing, is sort of about 60 kilos?
About 60 kilos there. And the similar thing, when you take the solar panels off the roof, you end up with just about 10 kilos heavier, but not much.
So there is a net weight gain of about 10 kilos, you think?
About 10 kilos, depending on which panels you're using and that sort of thing, but it's a lot less work. Once you put the awning up, you've got the solar, where normally in most manufacturers they've got to put the awning on, then they've got to put the solar on as well.
Can we also have solar panels on the roof of the caravan as well?
Yes, you can have the added solar panels on. The whole idea is to stop the solar panels on the roof from being screwed into it, and also if you find a good spot, you can actually park the van in the shade and get the sun on the awning, so you get the best of both worlds.
And we can set up an annex off the awning just like we would any other awning?
You can end up with an annex awning wall if you want to on the side, and side walls, curved roof rafters, everything. So the awning itself comes with a remote control, forward and reverse. It also has a switch inside that you can use it from inside the van to roll it in, roll it out. It also has a wind sensor in there as well, so if it gets too windy, the awning will retract by itself.
That, I reckon, is a good feature of the product. After all, on a bad day with a lot of wind, you want to get that awning in. The fact that it does it itself, you can be off enjoying your holidays without having to rush back to get to your awning.
The advantage with the wind sensor is you can have it on or you can have it off. So if you've got an awning wall on it, you would definitely have it off. But if you just stopped somewhere and you went into town or something to eat and you've got the awning out, if the wind sensor's in there and it gets too windy, you don't have to panic and race back. The awning will retract. It's not quite smart enough that it will not retract back out again. So.
And you're very confident about its ability to handle, Australia's conditions?
We've been testing it for probably about 8 months now. We've certainly had it off-road, corrugations and that, but like everything, it's all up to the individual who drives their caravan. But we're very happy with the way it works at the moment.
So you've done a lot of independent testing of the awning and you're completely happy with the output or the input into the lithium batteries?
Yes, well, the last trip we did was about 10 days and the batteries got down to 86%. That was the lowest they got down to, and that's obviously during the night when your fridge is running. But during the day, we were using the air conditioner, fridge, lights, TV, kept up no problem at all in full sun.
So one thing that immediately comes to my mind, Rod, is the durability of the awning over time. We do have some sensitive electronic components, I suppose, as part of the fabric of the awning.
The actual awning itself has a 3-year warranty, which is 2 years more than any other awning on the market. We believe that the actual solar panel output will be as good up to 10 years.
I mean, it's definitely a neat looking product, isn't it? I can see that there's a lot of R&D that's gone into it.
Yeah, no, look, they've spent a lot of time. It's super, super strong with, I think, 900 Newton gas struts holding the actual awning out. The motor's a brushless motor, very quiet and very powerful. It's a 6-layer polymer-based construction, and we're giving this 3-year warranty.
So I can see, Rod, that you've got a lot of confidence in this product. Is that partially because you've been, somewhat involved in the design of it?
Yes, we've made quite a few design changes. We've sent our techs over there, Richard, and he's made some design changes in lengths and widths, also in voltage, also the colours in the LED lights, the switch panel and everything. So there's probably 20-30% Australian design in there.
And is there a regulator or a controller that can actually show us what the output of the panel is?
We use a Victron energy system that actually will tell you the exact amount of solar coming through, how much percentage you have in your batteries and that sort of thing. So 1700 watts, that's incredible. Running the aircon as well. Yeah.
Okay, so talk to me about the wind factor. Have you done much testing there?
Okay, so they had a cyclone over in China when they were doing the development. They had it fitted to a Jayco motorhome, and I believe it was around 160 kilometre winds. You can watch it on the video. It is unbelievable. Nothing happens to the awning. They do a fire test as well on the awning, where they sit some little hot briquettes on it and let it burn for about 5 or 10 minutes. So it just shows you how the fire retardant the awning is.
See, I'm tipping there's going to be a lot of interest in this product. Energy consumption, energy usage, it's one of your main limiting factors when you're out off-grid. And I guess in Australia, that off-grid lifestyle is just becoming more and more popular.
We think it'll be huge for motorhomes, caravans, campers, anybody who wants to be off-grid that needs the full amount of power to run air conditioners. This is the only thing on the market that'll work. World first in Australia. I believe then it'll be in America and South Africa and then Europe, but Australia is the world first for the first flexible rollout solar awning.
To me, it's a no-brainer. It's such a good idea, Rod, that it's almost surprising that it hasn't been done earlier.
I think a lot of people over the last 10 years have thought about it, but this is the first company that actually have designed and made it over this last 10 years.
So one thing I'd like to know about, Rod, is the durability of the product, because after all, it's going to be rolled in and rolled out, rolled in and rolled out, hundreds, if not thousands of times by the user. So yes, you have a long warranty period, but what about the testing involved?
So Luxury Awnings did the testing up to 10,000 times rolling in and out. The actual panel itself, which is 3mm, is a very durable panel. It's the first one of its kind, hence why there haven't been other solar panels before.
So you needed the technology, you needed the material to develop to a point where you could have something that was 3 or 4mm thick. So once it's fully rolled up, it sits nicely and properly on the side of the caravan.
Yeah, as you can see there, it sits out about exactly the same as a normal awning. The barrel itself is smaller inside, so even though there is a little bit more in the awning, it's still about the same size.
Rod, how does the solar awning integrate with the caravan's existing electrical system?
Well, most caravans already have some AGM or lithium batteries there. They will require obviously a larger solar regulator because it's the 1100 watts. We would generally recommend a Victron 100 amp hour regulator. After that, it can be compatible with other different systems, BM Pro, Nava, Red Arc, Victron Energy, we use a lot of that at the moment.
So the awning is an independent system, but it can interact or interface with all of the main battery management systems that are available on the market.
That's correct. It can interface with anything. As long as you've got the right equipment, it can interface with any other solar or battery system.
And at the end of the day, with a system like that, you're never going to have completely empty batteries, are you?
Well, hopefully in full sun, this will give you power 365 days a year in an off-grid situation.
Well, it's going to be really interesting to see how this product goes. I can see a massive application for it here in Australia. That off-grid lifestyle that we all love is super popular. And of course, power is one of your main limiting factors when it comes to staying out in the bush for as long as possible. To me, this product looks like it's going to be an absolute winner.
Yes, look, we hope so. We've already got orders from manufacturers to go on the off-grid caravans and campers already, and we believe over the next few years it will revolutionise that off-grid camping.
Well, good on you, Rod. Thank you so much for your time. I hope it goes well. In fact, I know it will.